You're watching the CBS 2 Information Network.
Now, live from Fifth Avenue, this is the news this morning.
Welcome on this Friday, December 8th. I'm Cindy Hsu.
I'm Michael Pomeranz. It's 5 o'clock, 29 degrees out right now. Should go up to 33 today.
We'll check weather and traffic together every 10 minutes on the tubes.
Here's a look at your top stories at 5.
Today is the 20th anniversary of the assassination of John Lennon. Thousands of fans are expected to gather in Strawberry Fields in Central Park to remember the late Beatle. But New York City is trying to keep the gathering from getting out of hand. We are live with the story.
Time right now is 5:07, and today marks a somber anniversary in New York City history. It's been 20 years since John Lennon was gunned down in front of his home on the Upper West Side by a crazed fan. But today, fans who want to remember Lennon are angry that New York City is trying to put a curfew on an all-night vigil. Emily Francis live on the Upper West Side with more. Emily, good morning.
Today that John Lennon was shot and killed right in front of that entrance into the Dakota. Every year, hundreds of fans gather to remember him, but this year, Strawberry Fields will be overflowing with people, including this man right here.
That's all we want is a chance, is peace.
But what their message is right now is not music to the ears of Mayor Giuliani. Even though it's been 2 decades since John Lennon was murdered, fans say it seems like yesterday.
John Lennon was really a creative genius.
Today his lyrics still move you.
Hundreds of people pass by the posh Dakota every day. It's part of the New York City landscape, but it's also part of history. It's difficult to walk by without reflecting for a moment about the day Mark David Chapman fired 5 bullets into Lennon's back.
Imagine all the people.
Today, Strawberry Fields will turn into a huge shrine to the music legend. Hundreds will gather to hold a vigil for Lennon. But already the gathering is shrouded in controversy.
Give peace a chance.
Mr. Mayor and Mr. Parks Commissioner, you need to show some flexibility with regard to this rule. It's a Friday night.
Mayor Giuliani plans to kick everyone out at 1 a.m., even if the event is peaceful. The Memorial Committee is begging Mayor Giuliani and Parks Commissioner Henry Stern to extend the curfew.
We asked the mayor to give us the space and the time to pay proper respect to one of the greatest figures in human history, someone who means more to us than words can ever express.
But their pleas are falling on deaf ears.
The memory of John Lennon can't be respected during the day, during the evening.
We don't do that for anyone. The park closes at 1. That's plenty of time to have the celebration or memorial, and it will not be kept over after that.
The mayor of Liverpool also sent a letter to Mayor Giuliani to try to convince him to extend that curfew, but at this point it looks like that is not going to happen. The mayor was invited to take part in tonight's vigil and today's vigil, but right now at this point we don't know if he's actually going to show up because of all the controversy. Meanwhile, the widow of John Lennon, Yoko Ono, plans to light a candle and put it in the window in their apartment in the Dakota as a sign of solidarity with his fans. Reporting live from the Upper West Side, I'm Emily Francis, CBS 2.
Well, good morning to you, Maurice. This, of course, is a place that brings about so much sadness for John Lennon fans. He was gunned down 30 years ago today, right in front of the main entrance. But while he was alive, this is also a place where John Lennon settled into family life with his wife, Yoko Ono, and their son, Sean. His life and his music influenced an entire generation, and we're now learning more about his mood and John Lennon's mindset in his final days thanks to a 9-hour interview he conducted with Rolling Stone magazine just 3 days before he was murdered by a deranged fan. Excerpts of that interview were printed shortly after his death in 1980, but this is the first time that we will hear the entire interview. In it, Lennon is full of life, vibrant, and frustrated with critics who were not happy with his life choices at the time. Lennon also mused about possibly going back on the road, telling the interviewer, quote, "There will be no smoke bombs, no lipstick, no flashing lights. It just has to be comfy, but we could have a laugh. We're born-again rockers, and we're starting over. There's plenty of time, right? Plenty of time." No one knew that he would be gunned down just a few days later, and now you're looking at a shot of Central Park, just inside the park, Strawberry Fields and the Imagine Memorial. This is where fans gather every year to honor John Lennon's life and legacy. A moment of silence is scheduled for 10:15 tonight, the moment he was killed. We're live on the Upper West Side this morning. Jay Dow, CBS 2 News.
Jay, thank you.